Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to Global Trading Software's YouTube channel for the afternoon trading session. I'm your host, Daniel Moore. I'm telling you, this is some shenanigans. Let me just tell you. All right, first things first, if you're new here or even if you're a longtime viewer, hit that like button. Let us know that you're here. Let us know that you're enjoying the content. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. If at any point in time during this session right here, you've got questions, you can either shoot them in the chat area right there, or you can go directly to our Discord, which will give you access to about 90 people right now who are using this system. You got Paul in there, Damien's in there, I'm in there, and you can definitely have your question answered in that Discord group. And you can find the link to that Discord group in the link that is in the description of this video. Okay. If you see some awesome stuff in here, and you will see some awesome stuff in here, if you haven't seen awesome stuff already in the previous videos, you will definitely see some cool stuff in here. And you can find all of this stuff in a nice, neat little bundle on globaltradingsoftware.com. Okay, the link is also in the description of this video. Click that, go there. It's going to be the day trading bundle. Okay, we'll go over all that stuff towards the end of today's trading session. But right now, I really kind of want to get into what we're seeing right here in the markets. Okay, so this morning session, we put up some of these I'll call them resistance zones, specific areas that we knew based on previous history that they were going to encounter some price action stoppage, right? It was going to come down, and we may see a bounce there, or some support there, or some resistance from the top, things like that. Okay. So as awesome as this system is, it doesn't do all of the work for you. All right. So it is still your job as the trader to find these exact zones, right? There's a whole video tutorial on Global Trading Software YouTube channel. As a matter of fact, we're going to throw that up in the chat right now. If you do not know how to frame your charts, Damien's going to put that link to the video in the chat box right now, and he is go watch it. I mean, it is worth the watch, because it gives you the understanding of what it is that you're looking for when it comes to price action, reading price action, what's going on, trying to get an idea of what's going to happen at certain levels. Okay. All right. So the NQ, I got let's see here. I got a 6-star on the 3-minute. Okay. I got a 6-star on the 3-minute during lunch. Okay. You see how far down, this is right here. Right there. All right. So I actually took 2 scalps off of this right here. That put me at $1,130 on the day before commissions. All right. So after commissions, I think it's a little less than that. But I don't really know exactly how much less than that it is. But so you're looking at taking these trades right into the bottom of the opening range. Okay. Again, I think I've said this in the last couple of videos, and I'll continue to reiterate this because it is very important. The opening range candle on the NASDAQ, ES, the Dow, the RTY, gold, silver, platinum, oil, natural gas, whatever it is that you're looking at, okay, even stocks, the opening range plays a massive, massive part in the day's trading, okay? It really, really does. It also will give you a good idea of support, resistance, stuff like that as the day goes on, right? So we got this 6-star, and it was kind of coming right down into this support area right here, which is exactly why I just scalped it, okay? You know, the rules, according to the rules, you want to make sure that you are not shorting into support or taking a long into resistance, right? So taking your rules, taking your risk tolerance into consideration, understanding that you're only going to be in this trade for a split second, just enough to get $100, $200, $300 out of this trade right here, based on the number of contracts that you do trade. Take the trade, trade smart. Trade smart. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. The breakdown below, there's another, and this is the psychological level right here, 15,000. 15,000 is just a big, nice round number. That's easy to kind of see on the surface as a place where there's going to be a lot of different kinds of orders sitting at. There's going to be sell orders, there's going to be buy orders, blah, blah, blah. So you're looking at it coming down to 15,000. It broke through 15,000 this morning, pushed down to a low of 14,974 before it got bought back up and sent it back to the top of the range, right? Massive run. That is a huge, huge run. That's like, that'll make your day right there. Okay. But we didn't get any stars on this. We got a 6-star right here. The entry was up here. So, I mean, you're looking at a scalp. You want to make sure that you are watching the price action too. Because if it starts doing some crazy stuff that you don't like, because you got to look at it. And I want to say this was not here this morning. No, it was not here this morning. This was not here this morning. This was here this morning. But if you look left, you can just about draw a line right here, and this will show you that. Can you see that? You can see that. Okay, and this will show you that this area right here played a very significant role overnight. Okay, once it broke through during the European session right here, it traded around that level right there. So we already knew that it was some sort of support resistance, right? So it broke down below that, and then as it comes back up, naturally it's going to test it again. So you're not caught off guard by this, right? So if you frame your chart correctly, then you know that you need to wait for a break and close above this level to enter on this 6-star, because you do not go long into resistance unless you are scalping, right? Even then, just be cautious. Okay, be cautious. So taking that into consideration, if you scalped it, you got, let's see here, entry on this is going to be 108. Well, no, because the top of the candle is at 105.75. So you're looking at 106 for the entry. 106, one tick above the close of the 6-star candle, right? So you got in at 106. It bounced off of 119.50 right here. That was the highest the price got. So 119.50. That's what, 13 points. That's decent. I mean, for a single contract, a scalp, 13-point scalp, if you framed your chart correctly before the session started and stuff like that, you already kind of knew what was coming. You don't really know what's coming, but you're prepared for what may come. Okay, so you're keeping an eye on all these zones right here, these lines right here, showing that those are previous areas of support resistance. Okay, so it came down, it bounced off of it got so close to this 15,000 level right here, and then it just stopped. Right, so we had some lower than average volume candles. Then we had a bit of a retracement, right, with some higher than average volume candles, but then we had a high volume rejection right here. Okay, this is a high volume rejection. Boom, price went up and then got sold right off. All right, and this is on the 3-minute, right? Sold right off. The next candle that popped up was a higher than average distribution candle right here. Boom, to the downside. All right, we saw this and we're hanging on. We're like, wait a second, just wait, don't get in it just yet. We have to be conservative about this. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with being overly conservative with your trading. I mean, it's your money, right? It is literally your money. And if you were paying someone to manage this money for you, how would you want them to trade, right? So if they're trading your money, you would want to see a return on your money, right? So why wouldn't you do that yourself, right? So you want to be conservative with it unless you have the risk tolerance to absorb the drawdown or a run against you, just like this is doing right here. Okay. All right. So the bounce, let's look at this bounce right here. We have one higher than average volume candle right here, one higher than average accumulation candle that ended up rejecting. Let's go to the 1 minute. You kind of get a better picture of what's going on the 1 minute. Okay, so yeah, we got the higher than average volume candle right here. The price action went up pretty darn high. Then you have lower than average, 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 lower than average. And, I mean, it's just low, 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 low. And then you have a higher than average rejection off of this resistance area right here, coming back down. But we have no stars to go off of right now. I take that back. Let's look at this 5 minute here, because I don't think it's pierced the top of this yet. It has not pierced the top of this EMA cloud yet, and we have a 5-star and 6-star. So if this is your first time ever seeing one of these videos, then I will tell you that a signal, a 5-star, 6-star, 3-star, 4-star, whatever, a buy or sell signal is valid just so long as it stays below the top of this EMA cloud. This is your risk management strategy, one of the 2 risk management strategies that you can use here. Okay, so you're going to have your stop set 1 tick above the top of this EMA cloud, right? Because if it pierces the top of that EMA cloud, even by 1 tick, that 6-star, whatever signal it is that you're trading on, is invalid. It is invalidated, and according to the rules of the system, you're done. You don't, even if it turns around and goes back in your favor, you're done. Like, you get out, you obey the rules of the trade, you accept the fact that trade did not work out right, because there is absolutely no guarantee that it's going to turn around and go back down, right? Like, if I had $1 for every time that I made a trade and it went against me, and I'm holding on to hopes and wishes, right? Hopes and wishes and dreams, and oh my gosh, I'm about to make $1 million. And I'm just waiting on it to turn around and go back the other way. I would have passed this combine like so long ago, if I had learned that hard lesson sooner. But it definitely takes a little bit to get through the old thick skull there. All right, so yes, your stop is going to be at the top of this EMA cloud right here, and that's going to protect you from like giant spikes up, or crazy, like let's say it actually made it down to 15,000, and there are 15,000 buy orders sitting there. You're not expecting that, right? And it hits 15,000, and then it shoots up just like a lightning bolt, and it right back through and hits your stop. That saves you from blowing your account, right? You never know what's fixing to happen, right? At any given point on the chart, there could be just craziness, right? So you need to be prepared for that. Make sure you have a stop set. Make sure you have a profit target in mind for every trade that you get into, unless you are using things like the manager or the EMA cloud, or it is committed to that direction and you are waiting on a certain thing to happen with the risk management strategy before you get out. Okay, so the first thing that we have that's for risk management is going to be your EMA cloud, and you have that stop set right above that EMA cloud top, which right now is 48.75. 48.75 would be your stop on this trade right here if you got in. The entry, and you're taking heat on this, by the way. because the entry is after this 6 star. So you got in down here at, let's see, what was that, 15? Yes, 15, let's see, 1575. 1575 is where you got in. So you got in at 1575. You are taking some serious heat right now. Ouch. Like this hurts. This hurts your heart. It really, really does. But just so long as the manager right here, that's this red cloud that you see right here, switching to green right here, switching back to red right there. Okay. Just as long as this manager is red, this is the second risk management strategy that global trading software has. Okay. Just as long as this cloud right here remains red, you're good to stay in the trade. Okay. Now on the higher time frame, you can allow yourself a little bit of leeway, right? And right now we've got it on day trading moderate, right? Because we want to give it a little bit of room to move. Okay. You can have your stop set. And personally, this is my personal risk management style, right? I have a stop set above the top of the EMA cloud right here. And I also follow the direction of the manager on moderate. Okay. So the way that works is if the movement is going in a good direction and I end up very good in the money, my stops at break even. Okay. So if I break even, if I get down and my entry is now my stop, right? Then my stop stays there to catch any retracement, any massive spike that, let's say on this short right here, a massive spike from hitting a ton of buy orders. It would protect me from losing any money, right? And at that point, I'm comfortable following the manager because I know that I'm not risking a single thing. I'm not like my potential loss is a goose egg, right? And a lot of times things like that do happen, right? I do also have profit targets set. I have a basic 10-point profit target that I try to hit given the momentum, the time of day, whether it's the open or opening range trade, 25 to 30 ticks, which is if you're new to the channel and this is the first video that you've ever seen, we'll go over that the next session that we do have in the morning, which basically you mark the first 15-minute candle on your stock indexes, RTY, YM, ES, 12-minute candle on the NASDAQ, top, bottom. That's what these green lines are right here. Okay, these green lines are the top and the bottom of this first 12-minute candle. Okay, and you use that. If it breaks out the top, you if you're not going straight into resistance or support out the bottom, you set yourself a goal, a momentum trade, scalp, so to say, of about 25 to 30 ticks. Definitely for oil, I like it for oil and I like it for gold. When it comes to the indexes, I really, really prefer to wait on the stars because we're getting some signals here. All right, so it's on oil, but I'm not going to I'm not gonna mess with oil because oil pit's about to close. I missed the opening range trade on oil and gold today because I was not focused. So that's on me. All right. So after the pits close, you might get signals on oil or your metals, right? Just take it from me, who took it from Paul. Just don't even worry about those signals after the pits close, okay? Because there's no volume to carry the signals through. Yes, it is based on 12 points of decision just to get a 6-star, okay? But in order for that, you need to see some follow through with volume, right? All right, we're getting some more here. YM 6-star sell. All right, so let's ease over here to the YM real quick. I really want to keep an eye on this NQ, but YM. I've got my alert set here. And this is on the, what time frame was it? It's on the 1 minute, right? Z1, 1 minute, 6-star sell. Okay, let's do this. I've been switching stuff around, and let's go. There it is right there. Boom. 5-star followed by a 6-star right into support. Let's check on this bias real quick. Bias. Boom. All right, so it is a bearish bias. We're looking at right now, this is going to be the area to break right here. Remember, you are into support. Be careful. If you are, well, if I can get this deadgum price thing to, there we go. All right. Be careful. You are trading into support. You don't short into support, right? You wait for the break and close below, right? If I can reiterate that real quick, it needs to break, it needs to come down here, it needs to close down here, and therefore open down here, right? Before you get in the dadgum trade. Because if you don't, what happens is you get something where it'll be bought back up, in above this support level right here. And you don't want to get caught on that side, right? You want, look at this though. We got some higher than average volume here. And this is what we've been waiting on right here. Some sort of break, some sort of drive it down. So let's pull out. Let's zoom out. Excuse me. Let's zoom out here and see what we're looking at to the left. So, all right. So right now, and this level that it's at right now, this low of, let's see here, 783. That, and I don't know why that's the low, because, well, that's from yesterday. I'm sorry. So this played a part yesterday. It bounced off of here yesterday. Okay, so you see that right there. And then this down here, 479, but I would definitely throw it at 33,500 or a little short of. Throw that line right there at 33,500, because remember, it's a nice round number that people are going to, it's a landmark number. We'll call it a landmark number. And then you have right here where the price is right now. So then we're going to throw a guide right there. Ba-da-bing. And then we're going to wait, because patience pays. And we're not in a hurry, right? Never be in a hurry to lose money. Don't do it. Because if you're in a hurry, you're going to lose money. Just relax. Just relax. It has taken me almost a full year to really grasp that right there. And that is just be patient. Like, there is no rush. There is no rush. All right, we're getting a signal on the oil. Not interested. Thank you. All right, so we're going to come back down to the 1 minute here so that we can see a better view of what it is that's going on here. Oh, look at that. Now, look at that momentum. There's some momentum behind it. However, remember what I said. It has to break down, close below, and therefore open below for me to even think about getting into this trade right now. Okay. So, because look, this is what happens. So let's say you were like, oh, it broke. You jump in, boom. Now you're taking a little bit of heat. Now, it's not a whole much, but if you jumped in with 4 contracts, yeah, it stings a little bit. It definitely stings a little bit, right? So keep that stuff in mind when we say let it close below. We really legitimately mean let it close below, and then therefore open below where that support level right there, because that is commitment that level has been broken. Does that mean it's not going to turn around and go back up? No, it doesn't. That's why you have a risk management strategy. That's why you listen to the manager. That's why you have your stop set above this EMA cloud. That's why you're doing things to protect yourself, right? To protect your account, because you want to be smart about what it is that you're doing here. Okay. So we got about 30 seconds left on this candle right here. 5-star, 6-star. And those are always great sequences, by the way, because if you find yourself uh, staring down the barrel of a 4-star sell, you're like, I ain't even worried about that. But then you get a 5-star sell, and you're like, okay, cool, I'll take a look. And then you get a 6-star sell. Well, listen, some great things are bound to happen with a sequence of events just like that. 4, 5, 6-star, just like this right here. Okay, 5, 6-star. Pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention. Because that usually means that there's some very, very serious momentum going in that same direction. Okay. Getting a 6-star sell on the 3-minute for silver, but I really don't want to pull off of this right here just yet. I want to kind of see what we're looking at here. Let me adjust this out a little bit. Still struggling with this area right here, the 800-ish area. Remember, big round numbers, big hundreds. Is usually on the Dow where you're going to find some resistance or support when it comes to stuff like this. I mean, look right here, 33,900. Boom, found some resistance right there. Let's see here, and now we're at 33,800. 34,000. You're going to see some sort of resistance there as well. So you're being patient, even if this thing shoots down like 100 points in like a split second. Well, if it does that, it's going to turn around and come back up, right? I mean, it's just a matter of time for that to happen, because it didn't work its way down there. So be patient. Be patient. You don't want to jump into a trade that's going to end up costing you money. The goal is to make money, right? The goal is to end your day profitable, end your day in the green. So let's see here. Still struggling with this area. Almost there. Let's see what happens here. All right, now we have a close below, right? So given how hard it just fought to get down below this, wait just a minute. Just wait, okay? Because let's see here. Gonna have, look at that from yesterday. Look at that from yesterday. So this 73 area, this zone right here. This zone right here, 783. Boom. This whole zone right here is just, let's just wait just a second here and see what happens, right? Now, if we break down below that zone right there, that's interesting. That's interesting. So we have to be patient. We have to be calculated in the trades that we do take, okay? Because we're not all made of money. Everybody that's doing this has a bottom line. Everybody that trades for a living, everybody that does this on the side, everybody that does this knows that they can only lose a certain amount of money, right? So the goal is to not hit that number. Oh no, because we were patient, now we're not taking heat on this right here, right? Now, if it pierces the top of this EMA cloud right here, the move is invalid, right? So we can move on to something else if this 6-star gets invalidated. So yes, definitely check out that framing your charts with sensible support and resistance zones. It's in the chat box. It's on the YouTube channel. Please check it out if you haven't done so already. Yeah. Yep. Check that out. That I would call that. Wait, I'm not going to call it that yet, but there we go. come on, break. If it turns around and pops the top of this right here, I'm going to call it. I'm going to call it a whatever this is called. Let's see here. Come on, are we going to do it? Because a lot of times what you'll see is it pop the top. That $6 is now invalidated, and even if it turns around and drops 1,000 points, we're not going to get into that trade. Why? Because the XBRAT system is built with rules, right? In order to give you the greatest probability of success. If you follow all of these rules, you're looking at an 80% win rate. If you follow all of the rules, use your risk management, obey the signals, don't trade into support, or don't short into support, don't trade long into resistance. Combine all these things, don't trade inside the cloud. If you can do all those things, frame your chart, know what you're looking for as far as the support and resistance zones. If you can do all that, you're looking at an 80% win rate. Okay. Patience. Like, that is really one of the most important things that you're gonna need in order to be successful at doing this is patience. You have to be patient and wait for the good entry. I still struggle with that. So let's look and see what the NQ's doing. It got so close. This is the 5 minute. Let's look at the 1. It got so close. See, there's a reason why I put that alert right there, because I'm waiting on it. Because if it crosses that right there, there's going to be a big move. That's just, this is that psychological level. It could reject really, really hard off of it and send it soaring. Give us some decent $6 to the upper side, the Upper East Side, all right, but we got bearish bias still. So we would need, in order for this $6 to pop, in order for this to actually be a legitimate, every last one of them is legitimate, but in order for this to be a $6, the bias has to switch from bearish to bullish. Okay. It measures all of that stuff out. Okay, so there's no guesswork. You don't have to go, there's 17 green candles. I suspect that it's bullish. No, it's going to tell you down here at the very bottom, right here, whether it is turning bullish. You see, it was bearish, and then you saw this start to climb up, right? So then it went neutral. When it goes neutral, that's when you're like, okay, well, let's look for a long. I guarantee you right now that if it had broken the top of this resistance level right here with some ass behind it, you'd be sitting at a $6. There would be a $6 right here, and it would have gone up. Theoretically, nothing's guaranteed. I'll say that right now. So let's look around here and see what we can do. If we can do, I know the ES pays really, really well. $12.50 a tick, $50 a point. Wow, that is just nuts. $50 a point. All right, this is. All right, let me adjust this real quick here. Every time I set these up, I have to separate it from my chart, and when I do that, for some reason, it just like makes my system hate me. But it's okay. It's whatever. So we're in bearish territory here. This is the opening range. Okay, so if you took the opening range trade, the manager kept you in until, let's see here, 4 candles in advance of this right here. So you're looking at right here. All right, so 1 candle, 2 candles, 3 candles, 4 candles. So you would have gotten out on this candle right here, because the way that the manager works is it actually compiles data based on the history of the price action, price movement, to give you a projection of what's fixing to happen 4 candles into the future. And my, oh my, is it accurate? Okay. Not kidding. Look at this. Look at it right now. Look at it. 4 candles in advance. It's telling you that it's starting to close the gap, and you could start looking at a bullish movement up. So if it crosses over and turns green, that tells you that the sentiment is turning towards the bullish side, right? So if you were in a short position here from the opening range, where so you break out of the bottom of this right here, and you're in the opening range, you're following the manager. It says stay in the trade, stay in the trade. Even right here, it just about crossed over. But it didn't. It didn't cross over. It remained red, right? They touched, they came back apart, and then it came up, and you ended up taking profit right here. Taking profit right there. Okay, so 53.50. Okay, there are a couple of different settings that you can use for the manager that will help you. All right, so let's say the opening range trade goes down, and you're like, all right, well, I want to be super aggressive with this because I don't know what the momentum is going to be like, right? Well, in that case, you got out right. 1, 2, 3, 4. You got out down here. So you actually maximized your profits and got out at 38.50-ish. 38.50-ish is where you got out at, which is different by, let's see here, a whole lot. Wow. Well over 10 points. 12 points. That's 12 points. 12 times 50. That's what, $600. That's $600. Is that $600? Yeah, $600. Yep, that's right. I'm right. Right? Or is that $300? Nope, $600. My math is bad. It is today anyway. Normally it's all right, but today it's not so good. Today I struggle. All right. Let's see here. So that's how the manager works. Okay. Now, when you're using the manager, I wish I could find a good parabolic move. We might see one tomorrow afternoon. So after a nice parabolic move up or down, parabolic meaning it just takes off. Boom. A very dramatic rise or fall in price. Parabolic, right? After one of those moves, immediately you're switching the manager from moderate to aggressive. Period. That's how you work that. Okay. Because at that point, your stop is so far removed from actual price, it's a little scary. Okay. So you caught a parabolic move on a 6-star. You switch to aggressive because you want to maximize your profits, right? Because after a parabolic move, nothing says that the price is going to stay there. There's a chance it may turn around and come down, and you want to make sure that you lock in the most profit. Switching to aggressive will lock in the most profit, period. All right. Switches. All right. So not a whole lot going on this afternoon, which is fine. In the cloud right here on the 1 minute. We're not interested in that. On the YM, broke out the top. Still, remember, we don't trade in the cloud. Trading in the cloud on the RTY as well. So I mean, we're not gonna force something to happen here. If it's not here, it's just not here. We will look at this silver real quick. I don't know why it keeps doing that. I accidentally pushed the wrong thing yesterday, and it's been like freaking out on me. Let's see here. I know that there was so I'm a 3 minute and the 5 minute. Looks like I'm gonna have to boom, and then we'll add this back. Create. And boom, there it is right there. Ta-da! Remove that bias. Add it back. Bada bing. Neutral bias. 6-star sell with the bearish switch back to neutral bias. There is no trade on silver. Gold. Gold pits are closed. Gold pits are closed. So we're not going to be taking any trades on the gold pit either. Why? Because we need to be smart about how we trade. Oops. Be smart about how you trade. Be smart with your money. Because, when you go shopping, you don't want to pay full price for something, right? It sounds better if you get a discount, or you're thrift shopping, right? Same thing with trading. You want to be thrifty with your money, right? So there are specific rules that you will learn when you apply the system that will keep you from making those mistakes. It will help you be thrifty. Looks like it took off pretty good earlier in the morning. Yeah, that's a pretty decent run up right there. No signals that I see. Yes, there is. 5 star, 6 star. Boom. There's your entry. Wow, why did I not get it? Oh, that's at 3 in the morning. That's why. All right, so 3 in the morning, 3:30 or 3:45, 3:50 ish. You got 5 star, 6 star. Boom. Okay. Your entry on this is going to be 1765. 1765. And I'm going to tell you something. You're going to listen to the manager the entire way. You're going to listen to the manager the entire way. Your stop is eventually going to get right here, right there at 65. Boop, boop, boom. Where that entry was. Your stop is actually going to end up being right here, 1765. And then you're going to listen to the manager. And you're going to take 78, 65 to 78. What is that? 13 full points on gold. Okay, I think I can do that. That's a 13-point take on gold listening to the manager. When this thing crossed back over, you hopped out, right? Now, you can have yourself a profit target set as well, right? You can look ahead and you can go, all right, well, if it gets back up here, I'm just going to go ahead and take profit. Boom. In that case, you still hit your 13 points, right? Or you could have been a little more aggressive and gone, okay, we still have this green divergence cloud in the background showing that it's still a bullish movement, right? And then you could have got up here to 781. Or you could just be like ridiculously risky and just go up here to 782, right? But you didn't know that was coming, right? So, I mean, the more aggressive approach for myself would have probably been to take the 1781 right there, the most aggressive right there, or hop out whenever I start seeing this right here. But then again, if I did that, you're looking at seeing this stuff right here too, right? So mind the manager. Just wait; it'll tell you to get out. Now, this is a pretty decent. This is a pretty decent upside move here. Let me switch it to aggressive because at some point you can switch this joker straight over to aggressive. Ooh, check it out! Look at that. I see how much more you would have gotten out of this here. Let's see here. This is 4 candles. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're getting out on this candle right here. You are getting out on this candle right here. Or you're looking at 2, well, this one's lower than average, 2 higher than average distribution candles in a row. Boom. That's something. Or you can set it to the bottom of the EMA cloud. Set your stop down there. See it pop out the bottom right there? Boom. Triggers that, and you're done. You're done. Taking profits. Done. Nobody ever went broke taking profits, right? All right. So, I mean, this is just an amazing testament to how this system works, right? At some point, you break up above all this stuff right here, you're going, man, I am so far in the money right here. I'm gonna let it go, or I'm gonna take three contracts and sell three contracts, leave one runner, and just let the runner go. I mean, set a trail and stop or something like that. However it is that you decide you want to trade this, and just let it go. But the most beneficial thing is that it's risk free. It is risk free. Now, let me put this back to normal here for this time frame. Sorry, had a little bit of a brain fart there. For this time frame right here, I mean, you're looking at. I mean, this is beautiful. Look at it. Look at it. If you're using the EMA cloud, I mean, down here you're looking at 76. Boom, 76. If you're using the manager, you're looking at 79. Three whole points. Wow. That was a massive move, by the way. That's impressive. That is impressive. All right, so let's go to my darling natural gas. I love this stuff. I really, really do. Like, I've not traded this stuff until recently, and I've always seen like good 5 stars or 6 stars, and they just take off, right? But I've never traded one. I traded one the other day. Wow, it moves so fast, so fast. It really, really does. It is mind blowing. Look at that. All right, so if you don't know what a parabolic move is, here you go. Down. That is a parabolic move right here. Boom. Now it finds some support right here, right? So parabolic move is that dramatic rise or fall in price. Okay. So if you didn't know that, now you do. And I should get a thumbs up just for that. I'm just kidding. If you do want to give me a thumbs up, I won't hate you for it. All right, so we're looking at natural gas here. No signals. Moving on. QZ1. Let's see here. Nothing. Looks like we're ranging. Now remember, they've got the Fed data coming out tomorrow. That's the big mother right there. That's what everybody is most likely waiting on right there, is the Fed data, inflation data, the what do you call it? The weaning off of the COVID era stimulus or whatever it was that they were doing, right? How are they going to draw that back? So they're supposed to be coming out with some dates, which is going to send this market into a frenzy, and it's going to be great. Why? Because we don't care what the news is. Doesn't matter. What matters is that we know how to trade it, right? You don't trade that news. You trade the reaction of the people who react to the news. People that trade the news, boom, they're like, oh my God, sell it all. And you're like, all right, cool, we'll go short. Boom. All right, so just got a buy alert for oil. Let's take a look at oil. CLX. Oil on the fiver. There we go. 4, 5, 6 star. Wow, that's really promising. That looks great. 4, 5, 6 star on the 5-minute. However, keep in mind, this is the opening range from yesterday. This is yesterday's opening range right here. So expect there to be some resistance right here. Look at all this chop. Look at all this chop. Or maybe that's today's opening range, and this is yesterday's opening range. ES. Good grief. Come on, ES. Wow. There it is in queue. 1 minute, 6-star buy. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, look at this. If we could break out the top of this range, I might actually be interested in a trade here. That is unbelievable. I don't think she's going to do it, though. I don't think you don't go long into resistance, people. As tempting as it looks, don't do it. But I can get in earlier, Daniel. You can also lose your money earlier too if you're not careful. So just be conservative with how you trade. Remember, you work hard for your money. Don't do stupid things to lose your money. Okay? Be smart about it. The system is designed to work a specific way. And just so long as you follow the rules, you're looking at an 80% win rate. That is not a lie. That is not a lie. Let's see here. All right, what just popped up? RTY, 6-star buy. I don't know if I like the RTY. I'm indifferent about the RTY. I mean, it still trades the same, but I can't figure out what like how it moves. Like the NQ, I know if I see it stuttering at a certain price level and it's already on the downside, I kind of have an idea that, if I'm following a 6-star and it hits some support, but it's staying really close to the bottom of that support right there, and it just keeps pushing down and pushing down, pushing down. Eventually, it's either going to retrace a little bit and then crash through, or it's just fixing just the volume is about to pick up and it's just about to dive through. So, and you'll the longer that you trade, you'll start to pick up behavioral things from the different markets that you decide to trade, right? So you start to learn how price reacts around certain areas, how little key things that tip you off about what's possible, what has a greater probability than not of happening, right? So let's do this right here. Let's do this. We'll be fair. We'll be fair, and we'll throw an alert up there, right? We'll throw that alert up there, and then we'll go to the ES. And we did not get. Oh, excuse me. We did not get a 6-star on that. But remember, you're shooting back up into the opening range zone. Okay. So just keep that in mind. And we're not going to pay attention to it until we do get a signal. RTY Z1 will ease over to the RTY. 6-star. Now mind the resistance right here. Boom, boom. Bounced off of it earlier. But here's the opening range right here. Broke out the bottom. Good for 30, 25, 30 ticks, right? Unless you're being like super ballsy with it, and you just went for broke on it. Use the manager. It's what it's designed to do. Use the manager, okay? So here we did not get a long signal back in here. Went back up into the range, bounced off of it again, rejected really hard off of it. Really, really hard off of it. Got no signal on the 1 minute range. Looking like a pop back up through. Expect this zone right here to hold for a minute. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw this alert right here. And that way we can be notified if it does get to that range, which I don't think it's going to, right? If I was a market maker, and I wanted to unload my position before the end of the day, especially since the Fed is coming out with all their stuff, I would do this right here. I would get the most bang for my buck. I would get the most money that I possibly could. So I would figure out how much it was fixing to cost me to run the price up high enough to where I could get some buyers to jump on board with me, and then I can sell my position to them, right? which is why you see this right here. It's called a false breakout, right? Knowing your zones, knowing your support resistance levels that you will learn from framing your charts, knowing those will prevent you from buying into this right here. They will prevent you from jumping into something that is going to turn around just like this is doing right here. Okay. So, I mean, it came up here, boom, 98, started people unloading their position. I mean, no idea where it's going, but same thing is probably happening to the Dow. Yep. Same thing's happening to the Dow. Same thing's happening to the ES. Yep. Same thing is probably happening to, and we know the same thing is happening to the RTY. Yep. So that is a false breakout, straight up bull trap right there. Perfect example. Okay. But if you find yourself in that position, if you find yourself having bought in up here, right, you're going, oh my gosh, what did I just do? Right? You got a couple of options. You're on aggressive, switch the manager to aggressive, right? Listen to it. Okay. Risk management strategy number 1. Risk management strategy number 2, you can put your stop 1 below here, right? Because it is a valid 6-star. It is a valid 6-star. So keeping that in mind, treat it like that. Okay. If it's bouncing off of the top of this, I mean, the chances are good that you're going to end up at least breaking even, or maybe even going up here to this resistance area up here. Okay. So don't freak out. Don't lose your mind. If you're in this trade, just be patient, be calm, wipe the sweat off, take a drink. It's not that kind of drink. This is just Mio. I've never traded intoxicated. I can barely trade sober. I don't think I could trade at all intoxicated. I'm not going to try it. Oh, golly. All right. So, yeah. So you got, all right. There's a couple of different things that you can look at here. Okay. Yes, the manager's closing in right here. You're bouncing into the EMA cloud. Look at your bias. Your bias switched to neutral from buy. Switch to neutral. That's a warning sign for me. That's a warning sign. You can use any risk management strategy that you want to. If you're using the XBRAT system, there are so many different aspects that you can use as a risk management strategy. For instance, something like this, right? If you hop out on the candle that turns neutral, boom, you've lost. Let's see here, 89 entry to 84. You've lost 5 points. 5 points at, what is it, $5 per tick, $50 per point, 5 points, $250. You have lost $250. But if you listen to the manager, look at it right now, right? Listen to the manager. There's a very, very, very good reason why the manager exists. This manager is basically Paul inside of your computer. Is how you can look at this. Okay, it's Paul inside of your computer, and he's going, just relax, man. Don't freak out. He's just telling you to just take it easy. Just relax. It's not over till it's over. Just relax. Okay. Now, look at that. You actually made it back to even. You actually made it back to even. If you're in this trade right here, look, it's a higher than average volume right there. Higher than average volume. Boom, boom, boom. Bounced off the top right there. Did not get a 6-star. Still. NQ. Man, you took some heat off of that one. Golly. Whew. If you took this trade, you took some serious heat off of this one right here. That is why you want to wait. That is why you want to wait. There's nothing wrong with being patient. I promise you, if you can exercise patience, you will beat out. You will be consistently profitable, more profitable consistently than people who rush into trades. Okay? Patience, 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 patience. All right. So, I mean, like all the indexes are looking almost the exact same. Almost the exact same. Let's see here. Except for this one. This one's still struggling to get back up into this zone right here, this range. Yeah. Oops, not TMZ, YMZ. Apparently TMZ is a thing. I didn't know that. All right, so the YM is struggling to get back up into the zone as well, right? We did not get a signal on the YM either. Getting the signal on silver, but mind the fact that it's a closed pit, okay? With silver being a big boy trade of $25 per tick, you definitely want to wait until there's some volume. Let's see here. All right, so yeah, looks like you can just about put a line right here, 15,091.75 for resistance, and then, I mean, yeah. So you got back up to even right here. If you felt like you made a mistake and you were in that trade and you're like, oh my god, what did I do? Why did I do that? And you got back even. If it was me, I would have bounced. Just got so lucky that it turned around and went back up the other way. I mean, you're inside this range right here. Okay. Remember, you're waiting on a break of this range, the top of this range right here before you get into a trade. In order to follow the rules of this 6-star right here, you're not going to jump into it before it breaks that and closes above. Okay. So this whole system right here, it does a ton of legwork for you, but it is still your job to look left, frame your chart correctly, find your support resistance zones, significant support and resistance zones, should I say, and then just be prepared to be patient and wait on these things to wait on the price action to drop below that. So there was one earlier where, let's see here, I think it was the NQ. I know it was a 6-star on the NQ. Boom, boom, boom. I know it was a 6-star on the NQ. There we go. Well, no, that wasn't it right there. There was one 6-star where I waited for a very good bit before it broke the bottom of this resistance and I got in. I mean, I waited for a while. Like everybody, I'm sure people were like, "Oh, you could have picked up 60 points." Yes, but being inside of that range, you have no idea what's fixing to hit you. You literally have no idea what's inside that range, what support resistance zone, how long it's going to take you to get from one to the other, one side to the other. If it's even going to do that. So it's always better to be safe than sorry, right? Because I've been sorry a whole lot. So we're still following this 6-star for the NQ. Yes. Looking like it's trying to push into this zone up here, back into the opening range. I wonder. It might. It might do that. It might do that. Let's see here. RTY. Checking out the RTY. Did make it back into the zone. It's staying inside of this zone right here. Now remember this 91 level up here. That's going to prove to be difficult. Unless there's just like somebody that has 1,000 contracts they're fixing to buy or something. Let's see here. YM still trying to break in. Still trying to break in. Struggling around that, and this is framed from earlier this morning, right? This is framed from earlier this morning. Whenever, let's see here, boom, before this opening range even took place, I want to say we went back and started looking at all this stuff. Here you go. Is that 8 o'clock this morning? 8:30. There's 8:30. Boom. Here's your opening candles right here. This is where your range is. This is the 1 minute time frame. So this is going to be your first 12-minute candles. Or your first 12 candles is going to give you a range. So, and then having looked left to identify these areas of support and support and resistance, it prepared us for all of this crap that came in here, these zones, these bounces, stuff like that. Kind of told us, hey, look, don't just be mindful of where you're trading into, because when you're trading a signal, you want to make sure that you're trading and it's either breaking down and it's got a lot of room to run or a lot of room to fall, so that you're maximizing your trade right there. Now the bias has turned to bullish. Look at it. Turned to bullish on this 6-star right here, and it's still bullish on the NASDAQ 1 minute. Still bullish. I'm not seeing any trades that I'm going to be taking, though. Not going to make something happen that is not there. I mean, as much as I would love to make $2,000 on the day, if it's not going to happen, it's just not going to happen. Let's see here. What are we at? $1,130 before commissions. I mean, that's a great day. That puts me up higher than I've ever been in this combine. Day 15 is check done. And I'm now over $5,000 towards my $9,000 goal. So now all I've got to do is make $3,900 more dollars, 3,900-ish more dollars. Yeah. 3,000. Yeah. So 3,000 more dollars. And my goal is to do nothing but be consistent. Be consistent. trade the signals, follow the rules, and then let that 80% win rate walk me straight into a funded account. Yeah, I feel it coming. So, boom, 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 boom. All right, we're going to continue looking. This is just a snooze fest. This is definitely a snooze fest. I mean, the everybody is, I guess, has just yawned. You know what? We're just gonna hold off. We're just gonna wait until the Fed decides to come out and tell us, which is tomorrow afternoon. I imagine that tomorrow's trading is not going to be too much until after the Fed. Until after the Fed meeting. Let me pull up the economic calendar real quick. If you're not familiar, go to tradingthefifth.com. There is a economic calendar there that will give you a breakdown by country of what's coming, what kind of data is coming. Right, that will let you know what's expected and all right. So looks like existing home sales is pretty important. Crude oil inventories is really important. See here, Cushing crude oil inventories is important. Interest rate projections for Q3, really important. That's around 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. tomorrow, my time, before 2 p.m. Eastern time. And then at 2 o'clock, you've got the oh wow, okay, yeah, at 2 o'clock you've got FOMC economic projections, the FOMC statement, the Fed interest rate decision, and then at 2:30 Eastern you have the Fed press conference. That's going to prove to be interesting. Very, very, very interesting. Let's see here. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. Posting that there. All right, so I want to reiterate one more time. Okay, if this is your first time here, first time coming to the channel, I'm just going to give you a heads up. All right, so the morning session is usually the best one to get into. If you are only able to come to the afternoon session, then come on, learn some things, but understand that it's probably going to be a snooze fest. There's just not a whole lot that usually goes on, except for yesterday. Yesterday, good grief, one contract trade was up to almost. I think it either hit $1,600 or it was close to hitting $1,600, but it was just one contract yesterday. Of course, the volatility yesterday was absolutely out of this world. So good. So good. You know, I can't really talk to my wife about this kind of stuff because, one, she just, I mean, it doesn't interest her like it interests me. And two, she said, listen, I don't want to hear about this stuff again until you pass it and we're actually making real money. Yeah, I was like, okay. Okay. So I'm talking to y'all about it because, y'all get me, right? Right? Oh, gosh. All right. Hit that like button for me real quick and let me know that I'm doing a decent job of conveying the amazing product. Wait just a minute. This is the NAS. Remember, the 6-star still valid. Still valid. What's going to invalidate this 6-star? A break below this EMA cloud. Okay. That is the only thing that's going to invalidate this 6-star right here. So if we can get a push over the top, RTY. All right, so the RTY just pegged that zone that I pointed out earlier. In Q, yep, there we go. All right, so remember, break and close above. We want to break and close above. If it doesn't close above and therefore open above, you don't want in this thing because it's it's another fake out. All right. So that was higher than average. We want to make sure that we close above, right? And also mind this resistance right here. Okay. 19. So you're not going to get a ton unless it opens up just barely up here. And then you see the run up here to 19. So remember, be greedy with your money. Be greedy with it. Hold on to it. Right? Is that greedy? Being greedy with your money? No, I'm not going to share my money. Yes. Okay. You want to be greedy in the sense that you don't want to just give it away freely, right? You want to hang on to it as long as you can. There's nothing that says just because you're a trader, you have to put money in the market. That's not how this works. Okay. You put money in the market whenever it meets your criteria to put money in the market. And then you turn around and make money off of what you put in the market. All right. And this is why you wait. This is exactly why you wait. This is the second, what are the one test, 1, 2, 3, third test right here. Now, I mean, it's stepping up. Let's look at this RTY real quick because I did note that one resistance zone right there. Oh, I did say that it was going to hold for a minute, didn't I? Didn't I? This is the power of framing your charts. This is exactly what Paul's framing your chart video is for, is to teach you how to find this. So you knew coming into this that if you're in this trade right here, you want, if you bought into the breakout, right? If you bought into the, all right, so the ES just popped a buy on the 3-minute. So if you bought into this breakout, right, you knew this was coming, right? It's based on your own risk tolerance that you decided to take that trade against medical advice. AMA or ATA, against trader advice. There you go. All right, so we got the 6-star pop on the ES right here. This is the 3-minute. Now, if you get a 6-star on the 3-minute, you manage it on the 1-minute. That's how this goes, okay? So, manager, let's see, change this back to moderate. All right, so got the crossover, turning bullish, upwards bullish. Now we're just kind of waiting. It's got to get over 68 before we can get in this thing. It's not looking very promising. Not looking very promising at all. Yeah. There you go. All right, so we set that alert. Heading back over to the NQ. See what happened here. Boom. Again, rejection off the top of the zone right there. Okay. This is going to be your area of importance right here. Keep an eye on this 70-ish area right here for support. If that breaks down, I honestly don't know where it would go to, but I could see it going back down to the bottom of the range, 27. Because there's nothing on this planet that says that the price has to stay there. Just because you got into that trade doesn't mean that the price has to stay there. But I bought it and the market turned around and went against me. No, it didn't. I can promise you, it did not. It did not go against you, right? Your job as the trader is to do your due diligence and look that way. Well, I don't know which way you're looking. Look left. Your job is to look left, find these areas, understand that you do not go long into them or short into them. You let it pass, break, close above on whatever time frame you're looking at before you get into the trade. That's your job. Okay. You have to take your job seriously, right? The market is not against you. The market is simply a collaboration of it's just numbers. That's all this is. It's just numbers, right? It is ones and zeros. It has no idea who you are. It has no idea who Daniel Moore is, and they're not headhunting me because they want my money. No, the people that trade understand the psychology behind trading. And this is a super deep topic. And if you're interested in it, join the Discord. I'm sure we'll end up talking about it at some point in time, but there is such a thing as a mindset, trading mindset, right? So we're not going to get into that. That's not what this channel is for. What we're going to do is we're going to follow the 6-star. But you want to make sure that you have the right mindset coming into it, that you're following the rules. Oh, check it out. Didn't even pay attention to this. It broke down below the bottom of this EMA cloud. That means that this 6-star is invalid, which means even if it breaks out and goes to the freaking moon, we're not riding that pony because our 6-star is now invalid. And that is the rule. That is the rule. The rules will land you at 80% win rate. Not kidding. 80%. Follow the rules. I promise. I promise. Even if you miss out on the moon, right? Even if you miss out on going to the moon, guess what? There's another rocket ship later on, and it will have all of the gear that you need to get there and stay there, right? So you want to make sure that you survive to trade another day, right? So you may not make it to the moon today, but there's always another trade. There's always tomorrow. The market is always, it's open 23 hours a day. Good grief. Come on now. All right. So ES is E1. Let's check out the ES. All right. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Yeah. So we're kind of dead in the water over here. Not really, just so at 250, well, 350 at 350 Eastern time, there's always a big influx of market closing orders or whatever. It's a lot. The price action it reminds me a lot of the open, right? So, but you literally have no idea what's fixing to go down. So unless you are confident in doing that, make sure that you're just aware that happens at 250 or 350 Eastern time. Okay. Usually there's an epic ton of orders, and the price has gone very quickly one way or the other. Okay. NZ1. All right. Well, shenanigans. All right. Let's see here. I've got to turn this on real quick. Where's it at? There we go. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So what I want you guys to, damn it. Oops. Am I still here? I think I'm still here. Sorry. Technical difficulties on my end. All right. So sorry. My bad. Okay. All right. So what I want you guys to do is I want you to take some time and go to the globaltradingsoftware.com website. I want you guys to just take a look around. All right. I promise you that you're going to find something there that is really going to help you in your quest to become a better trader. This system right here, this XBRAT Algo day trading bundle that they've got for you, is exactly what I needed in order to become a consistently profitable trader. Okay. So understanding that, man, I done made a boo-boo. Remind me not to click over to a VPN in the middle of a stream again. Damien, that was a terrible move. Sorry about that. All right. So we're just going to talk for just a minute, okay? So before I found this system, okay, I was really relying a lot on just my own knowledge of the market and how it worked, which I will tell you right now was about it amounted to a hill of beans. Okay, not a whole lot at all. Uh, it was very, very frustrating because I thought that I understood. I thought that I knew what I was doing, but I had no clue, and it was so frustrating. So I found the XBRAT algo and started buying pieces of it at a time, and then ended up understanding later on, right? Because I was using it for a little bit before I realized that there were specific rules that needed to be followed in order to experience that 80% success rate, right? And the second that I made the commitment to apply those rules and to not break those rules, to stay disciplined in how I traded, I became consistently profitable. Okay. Whether it's $1 in the green or $1,000 in the green, profitable trade is a profitable trade. Profitable end of day is a profitable end of day. Okay. So keep that in mind as we continue talking. All right. There are a ton of different things that you can use. There's a ton of different things on the internet that you can find. There's a ton of schools that you can go to online that just assume take your 20 grand to learn how to trade the market, right? Billy, what's up, man? You're just in time for my spiel, bro. Welcome. Yeah, there's a ton of different online courses that'll take your 20 grand for 6 months. Man, I know it's like one something my time. Hang on, I've got a sheet. Hang on a second. I'm not fixing to change anything about my internet connection, Damien. Hang tight. All right, so gold oil close is at 1:30 Central, so 2:30 Eastern. Right. It's at 2:30 Eastern time. Billy. Am I? There you go. Nope, I'm on the wrong screen here again. There we go. Bada bing. All right. All right. So I learned how to use this system. I made myself stick to these rules, and definitely being here in front of you guys helps me to be, you know, consistent with following those rules as well as being held accountable, which is one main reason why I want you to join our Discord. Okay. Our Discord is full of people just like you who are either currently searching the internet for something that will give them the edge that they've been looking for, and are asking questions and or purchasing things in order to begin their journey towards successful, consistent trading. Right? Go there. The link is in the description of this video. I promise you won't be sorry. There's a ton of people there, and everyone is friendly. Everyone is eager to help. Everyone wants to be of service, right? And if you're a new trader, come on in. If you've never traded before, join the Discord. You will learn so much about the markets that whenever you do begin to start trading real money, you will have a great knowledge base for it. Billy, I actually did pretty well today, man. I am ending the day with $1,130 in profit today. Took a couple of good trades pre-market, took a couple of trades this morning session, and then closed it off with two scalps on the NQ right before I came back on this afternoon. So overall, very, very good day. Very good day. Thank you for asking, sir. How was yours? So if you do find yourself unable to stick to the rule set, and you know that you're going to have trouble with that, go to globaltradingsoftware.com, and I want you to click on auto traders. Okay. The auto traders are exactly what they say they are. they trade for you. All right. There is nothing else like this on the internet. You will not find another auto trader that is legitimately as good as these are. Okay. These auto traders will they will put a trade on for you. They will manage the risk. They will they'll set your stop. They set a profit target. They let it run. They'll hop out if they need to. Right? I mean, it's all done for you, and all you got to do is log in. Log in. You want to make sure that you maintain a balance of $5,000 for the micros and $10,000 for the minis. Maintain a balance in your account of at least that, right? They're working on putting that program together for NinjaTrader. Right now it is only available at TradeStation. So if you do have TradeStation, one of the most beautiful things about it is that you can, oh man, awesome. Billy's got the auto trader for the MES, the micro, mini ES, 15-minute time frame, right? So it is exactly what it says it is. If you don't believe me, they put out all of the information right there with the auto trader itself on the website. You can pull it up, look at it, read the journal. It'll tell you all about the successes and the failures of the thing, right? Overall, a consistent monthly profitable percentage of 10 to 15%. No garbage, no fluff, no malarkey, all truth. Okay, this is the most transparent, open company that I have ever seen, period. The guys that run this company are all about helping traders become consistently profitable. And if you know that you're going to have problems with obeying the rule set, there is absolutely nothing wrong with having that auto trader set up, right? You can do it for the micro NQ, the mini NQ, the micro ES, the mini ES, the micro oil, or the mini oil. I mean, sky's the limit, right? You can do it for all of them if you want to. If you do sign up for TradeStation and you go into the App Store, is the Expert a monthly subscription for Thinkorswim, or is it a one-time purchase? For Thinkorswim, Julie, it is a one-time purchase. It is a one-time purchase. I believe the monthly subscription is for TradeStation only. Okay. However, I do recommend that if you are going to do the one-time purchase, that the bundle, get the bundle. The bundle is going to be exactly what you're needing. Okay. Yes, the monthly is the TradeStation Auto Trader. Now, on TradeStation, they also have the Expert for the monthly subscription, I do believe. So don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on it. Definitely check it out yourself. Okay. So something to keep in mind. All right. But if you do find yourself struggling to be a consistent trader, and that's something that you really want to do, but you don't know enough about the markets yet in order to do that, join our Discord, right? Join this, subscribe to this YouTube channel. You'll have video, hit the notification bell. You're going to have video after video after video get put out, right, by Paul, teaching you things about this market, about price action, about framing your charts, about volume, about, crypto, stocks, swing trading, day trading, you name it. You're gonna get that information, and I guarantee you that in the long run, it's going to be exactly what you need in order to help you become a consistently profitable trader, which is exactly what this whole system is designed to do. Okay, stick to the rules. Stick to the rules, please, because that is the only way that you're going to experience the 80% win rate that this system gives you. It minimizes the number of garbage trades that you take, is what it actually does, right? It takes out the human component of emotion. Just so long as you do your due diligence and look left and you look and you find those support and resistance zones, you get a 6-star, everything falls in line, you set the trade, and all you're doing is managing the stop as it goes up or down. Period. That's it. Super easy. Super easy, right? But you have to stick to the rules. Okay. So join the Discord, please. We would love to have you there. Hit the like button on this video if you do find it useful. I would like to know personally. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, because you will continue to receive useful information, not a bunch of fluff pieces about the stock market or whatever. This isn't a news channel. This is specifically to better prepare traders for trading in the market. Okay. So with that being said, subscribe, hit the Discord up, check out globaltradingsoftware.com. The link is in the description of this video. I'm going to bounce. I've got work tomorrow. I will not be on tomorrow. I will be back. What's today? Friday. I will be back Wednesday next week. Wednesday and Thursday of next week. We go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday on this channel. Sometimes I make a Monday, Tuesday. Sometimes I make a Wednesday, Thursday. That's just how my work schedule is right now. And, I still got to pay my bills. So until my wife starts making buttloads of money. Anyway, you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. I hope that your day was profitable, and I will see you guys on Wednesday. Okay. Cheers.